I'm totally just recording because the background is so nice and I want to be in front of it. Ah, God damn it. Scheiße. Stay. It is the hardest thing to not know. Because when you feel like you know, the body actually does feel the safety. It feels stable. It feels more stable, even though it's not real. Like, it still doesn't know, but it's literally convinced unknowingly. It's subconscious. It's definitely not conscious. It's a total safety mechanism that is almost, it feels built into the body, but I don't even know if that's true. I think it could also just be that's the only way you know how to function. So then it feels automatic. It feels natural. It feels potentially the only way because everybody's living that way and they always kind of seem to have an answer or some knowing of some sort, some hope, some belief, some confirmation, determination. It's a lot of different things. I'm just saying words that are coming, but wow. So it's like every area of life where we learn how to live like that, where we learn how to live in a false, constructed, conceptual, mind made reality, kind of like La La Land, but that is reality. Like, that's the only real thing, it seems. But it's an inherently very ultra limited way of living, but you actually don't know that because one, again, everyone's living that way and everyone is teaching you to live that way too, like coaches and therapists. And for the majority, like, I can't speak for everyone is different, but if it's in a conventional sense, like, they are trying to actually make you more stable within a false reality. So ultimately, to me at least, it's not helpful if you want actual freedom, whatever you want to call it, which is just the unknown, just this, which can't be known. You, no one has any clue what this is. No one can say anything about it. You can try, it's fine, but no chance. And that's like part of the beauty of it. So it might feel like you're actually becoming more stable, like knowing yourself, knowing what you want, knowing where you're going. And it can feel good. It can feel like the answer for a while. And I'm not even saying that's a bad thing. I'm not even discouraging people from doing that. Let's say if I talk to friends and stuff, like there is absolutely negative 100 desire to say that that's not actually real, or that's made up, or I don't care. Like no one cares. Nothing cares. And that is the freedom. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Damn, it's nice. I'll show you later. So basically, that's what's been happening for forever. I don't know. For the past, especially 3 years or so, it's like a deconstruction of all of the things that I thought I knew and wanted and believed in and thought was real and I should want and I should go for, I should dream for, I should hope for. All of it died. Career-wise, money-wise, relationship-wise. A type of home, the type of space I wanted, the type of person I wanted to be, the type of daughter I wanted to be, the type of partner, the type of sister. On and on it goes, you know, and it's going to be unique to you. And to actually lose that, to actually grieve it, you cannot do. It's circumstantial. Because life will show you. Life will show you that you cannot get what you want because it's not real eventually. I can't say that for sure, but it's kind of obvious that that's what's happening. And I mean, you know, my friend used to and probably still does say, like, life will take all your hopes and dreams or destroy all your hopes and dreams. That's it. And oh, it's so gorgeous. I mean, it's not gorgeous to the person, it's kind of terrifying, but once you go through this enough, like you've seen what this is like and the freedom. Here, I'll show you a little bit of the background. Damn, nice. Once you've tasted some of this freedom, or a good amount of it, and you kind of feel like, oh shit, this is the answer. Like there's no other way. Once you really feel that, then it's like, I don't know if that makes sense. Then it's like, yeah, what else can I lose? What else can I see? What else am I holding on to? There's a subtle more inviting it in a way rather than completely pushing it away, because you know what will happen once you in a way grieve that, feel the pain of that, feel the agony and the torture of being in the unknown. And then you feel the freedom of it. It's like, holy shit, nothing is better than this. And I won't lie, it's terrifying. And there are things that I went to for help because the body just needs it and wants it, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not used in an abusive way. It isn't like that. You're so unbelievably in tune with the body because it is the only thing. It's so clear that, God, it's so intelligent. I don't even think about it, you know? I use it as much as it's helpful, and then it's done. That's it. There's no need to get a sort of I don't use this word as negative because I don't even know the meaning to it really. But there's no need to get addicted to things because things pass. Things change constantly. And you're okay again. You are always okay, but meaning there are periods where the body goes through very difficult situations. Sometimes you need some support. And isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Hmm. There are moments where, things are so clear and empty, and then there are little things that pop up of like, this is how you used to function. This is how much you used to care about what people think. This is how shy you used to be. This is the things that you used to fear. This is the tightness that was here before. This is the shame that was here. This is when you would feel guilty. This is when you felt worthless and hopeless and a piece of shit and you hated yourself. And it's a lot more spare now, meaning like it doesn't really arise, but there are very like little wisps of things here and there, just as little reminders. And at this point they're so weak that like I can't even say it's nice. It's just what it is. But I guess there's just a saying of it and how drastically different it is now, that you could actually live without being plagued by that stuff. But when I say that, I'm aware that if you do feel that way, I don't want you to feel bad. I really don't, because I've been there. I have been there. I've been tortured. I've been hell. I have been in hell. I really have. Where it's all consuming, where it's relentless, where it feels like the only thing, where it feels like there is no out, no escape. And in a way, it's nice to collapse into it because it's not really a threat. It's not really real. It's not really who you are. It's a side effect of the insanity of all of this. And it doesn't mean anything about anything. And that might hurt. That might be a relief. I don't know. I hope I'm not stepping and sitting in poo. That would be bad. So even when, let's say for whatever reason, there is a subtle want or grasping for something, which can arise, it's arising in total emptiness, so it definitely doesn't have the same pull at all, but it is nice to see it and feel it. I don't know about nice, but like it is what it is. Sometimes it arises unexpectedly. It's a lot less. It doesn't happen as much. But if it does, it is light in a way. But I say light, it's really hard to describe because when it's there, it's fully there. But when there's enough emptiness, like so much, it's still light, even though it's like fully there. There's just like a huge background knowing, like, this too shall pass. This too is not the answer. This too is not freedom. But here you go. And it's kind of beautiful that You no longer compare, you no longer fight for it, you no longer wish it, you no longer are jealous, you no longer feel envy. Like all of that stuff really diminishes because the power of the want is not very strong. So, and it doesn't mean anything to you. You're not going to get much meaning out of it. It's not going to be the savior you think it is, because even if you got it, it's not going to be it. You'll see very soon enough that after perhaps like a little honeymoon phase or whatever, where things are a little blissful and everything's fine, like you'll see, it's still not the answer. It's still not permanent, because nothing is. And the only peace is the absolute not needing whatever it is. That's the only answer in a way. But you cannot will that. You cannot consciously think of that. You can't really like retain it. That's why this is like lived, you know? It's either lived or it ain't happening. Anyways, the human body is crazy that it goes through this. It can go through this. Hopefully without you dying. I mean, like there's such an unbelievable miraculousness to this. But, you know, there is caution, because life will take care of itself. There is a knowing of that. So you are okay. Everything is okay already. But, you know, to be truly honest, and if anyone actually really goes through this, they will feel this multiple times, that it might be better if I'm gone because the pain is so unbearable. And that's a common thing. It's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that when what you thought you were living for so long is being dismantled, perhaps, and in the early phases of that, sometimes it could feel like, shit, fucking hell, would be better if I didn't have to feel this, you know? And that makes sense. But you can feel anything. It's not really gonna kill you. Or it might. And maybe that would be, you know, death isn't as horrific as we think it is. But I will say, like, there was also a beauty in seeing that I don't want to leave my parents like this. I just don't. You know, if I had a choice, like, which I don't in a way, but I would rather not have them suffer in that way. I would rather them not go through that. And it was less and less and less from a obligation place. It was just more matter of fact, and like, yeah, you know, what that would do to them. And ultimately everything's fine, but I do not want to be the cause of that kind of suffering, if I had to say it all. Because I love them. And that word lost all meaning, love. Like every word. But yeah, eventually it was just said again. And it wasn't as like empty as it once was. Like I really couldn't say it at one point. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. That makes no sense to me. Energetically, it has no meaning whatsoever. But yeah, I would say now it has no meaning either, but it doesn't feel like it's a big deal to say it or not say it, I guess. I don't know. I guess. Perhaps. Beautiful, yes. So nice. By the way, I haven't changed my phone since 2019 and I like that because it still works.